Let's do it. We have Little Fade with Plinks. Plated Shield Daedalus. Sin of Failure. So there's a sweeper there. Arcus. Oh yeah, exploits. And Cleansing Seraph. Oh, so spikes can still work if you don't go for a spikes final win. You just use the attack bonus. We do have 2 moldeds though. Barrels, Segarix, okay. Should we take the starting morsel, I think? So this is really interesting. Starting morsel. What do we have on the paths? Remnant if we want upgrades. Wow, both of the remnants with upgrades. So maybe the starting morsel thing's not doing that much. Still better than the hammer because we want to, if we go spikes, we want to get them ourselves. The cleanse on the spikes is kind of poop, right? And because it's a sweep, I don't know if we can take it, because otherwise if we go try to sit back up top without reform, although every time you reform you get your spikes back. Morsels can buffer, yeah. But the problem is too, if they get eaten, it's fine. If they get, if she eats them, the problem is if she doesn't eat them and they die, then they're in the pool. But it could be better than Eternal Fade. Plus no Ember Drain if dude dies to spikes. Good. Hey Borzoi, you arrived. Hey Asaj, yeah. 7. Hey, where's my attack morsel? That's not how it works, Borzoi. Oh man, what have you done to me? Look at it all. It's all good. Oh, where do we get the kill from? I hate doing this. You gotta work out where you get the kill from. If we put her in the front, we do 11 spikes, 25 damage, and then 11 spikes is 36, 73, 82, 87, spike kill front 5. Let's get an extra reform. Today you got the most wrong order ever. Sounds bad. Do we want anything, or are we going to try and solo this? Steve knows to sit it out if little fades in play. Although, I mean, we have a morsel thing though. But still. Like, what's it doing for us? Master for dog for what Fade leaks. We'd want something better than Shadow Eater, because if Fade's leaking, you know, they're probably something big, right? Could still be Master though, because then we can give morsels to a different Gorger, like maybe a George or a dog. Or a Kevin. Kevin. With a free morsel every turn, like Kevin will have a lot of fuel, and Seraph can't cleanse the fuel. I'm like over full now, but I was like really hungry before. I didn't want to eat half my lunch because I have ham sandwiches and it's cold tonight, so I probably wouldn't have, but I don't like leaving ham out. Oh, enemies have spikes? How convenient. One of the things I like about having a top floor minion with spike fade that can kill stuff is that when you're reforming little Fade to the point that she's not dying, she can swing back in if you're on one of these two floors. She can't up here. And once you start putting her up here, you're pretty much putting her up here every turn. Because, you know, the minions, right? Because that's how the minions work. I still think he can see. Oh, when you see that, it's like, oh, I should have. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I have enough horses. I want to get a. I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier though. I want to get a Cannibalize permafrosted. Oh, of course. I'm like, why should you do more damage? $66, $76. Spikes is 91, and then she goes in again. This will be 126 front kill. Yeah, that way you can kill Fade and bring it down to the bottom floor in a boss fight. Doesn't matter because we're not taking it. I'm just going to do that. I don't want him having lots of... like, I don't think we need him to have lots of damage. I think just the quick lets him kill some stuff. Anytime we put, and being quick doesn't matter because anytime we put little fade up there, she doesn't get to hit. Armor? I don't think so. We should have taken Stygian. Alright, Daddy. Here's where it's really interesting, is that I can get a kill if I sacrifice a morsel as well, but then my random bring back might not bring back Fade. Or I can go here and reform again. Nice. Hey, welcome back, T. Means we, by having the two Stuarts, it means we run the risk of not being able to bring back Little Fade in the final one, but I don't think that's an issue. Because he'll be full health because of the quick and can kill him off. So at worst case we miss out on one slay, but I think we draw better because we've taken these two out of the deck. And they can sort of clean up anything if we need them to. That one's a little poop. We can go top now if we get it. Oh, because I killed off. I was wondering why there's three. It's because I killed off a morsel. We can definitely get that kill. And I think we get the other ones as well. So we'll go for 2 slays, and worst case scenario we only get 1. In which case if we go for that one we might not even get 1. That's fine. Ah, because of the quick we don't get that one either. Ah, idiot Panz. We might get this one. Yeah, Stuart, come back to life. Forever Consume versus Spike. Spike's good for Kevin. Spike's also good for Fade. I'll get us some good health. Either way, Spike's good. So that's the takeaway from there. Spike is good. Spike's just good. You know? Definitely draw with Spike Fade. So I don't have one of those turns where we don't draw a Reform, despite the fact we got 3 extras from our bases in here. Holdover Reform, Permafrost, something, removal of Stuart's health. All very good options to do. Double stack a spike. You can't double stack this spike. You can -1 it though. Oh, this is bad. Okay, not too bad. I've done this a lot where I've bought a -1 first. Sure, I get to buy another -1, but it means I could have missed out on a holdover, which would have been really bad. Yeah, draw is usually the best choice. Thank you. Like, it's a good default for go draw, and then have a reason to take anything else. You know. Yeah, I was aiming to hold over the molded, and so if it had come in at 110, it would have been really bad. Yeah, they can cost anywhere from 95 to 120. Does make me wonder if some of the cards have a favored cost, and so it takes a lower percentage chance to go outside. You know, to go either way. It'd be really interesting to know how that's coded in. Because at the moment, all we're doing is sort of deducing what we think. Oh man, I kind of want to block so I can kill the backline, but then, you know, a little bit of mercy of not getting something. Just to get that first one. Maybe it was better with a morsel, because I can always eat the morsel afterwards. Whereas the little thing's always going to be there. It's like we get the kill anyway. Oh, don't play it there, I just gave him 10 armor. Yeah, so I don't have to play this turn. I don't think I do. We just got I should have done the same thing down here and just kept killing the backline guys. Can't play it. I think he's going to rob us of kills. One. We can get 2. No. 43 and 25 is 68, which is not enough. One does go in lower. On the 60, it's an extra 12. Oh, that would have been a kill because he's healing for the 10 difference. He didn't count. I didn't count for that. Did I? No, I did. I counted 25 forward. I think I made the right decision. This is 40. He would have got the kill. Maybe. Okay, that helped us get a kill that Quick wouldn't have. Although I'm not dead. That's an issue. That works though. Ah, rude. Taking 2 hits? Kevin stood there without a fuel. Even though, because, yeah, she took the kills. Ah. Okay, well, I mean, that could be a better a better solution. But I don't know if we can get the deck thin. We'd have to get the deck right down. It doesn't solve double heavies. It's probably not. It's not. That can work sometimes. Very specific reasons, but I don't think it works here. It's the last of the stews. I wonder if resin blocks a trap. Because it's only her attack, and she's not coming back a lot. And because she's got permanent attack increase. Like, because that's not permanent increase, it's just for the fight. I think that is a trap. That's how we're solving leakage. It's a bad solution to leakage. Okay, stealthy. Oh, nice. That's really good. This is where we need like a drip fall or a Cannibalize, I guess. Two fuel for Kevin, which is good, and a thing. I think just getting another damage shield up. The one burnout sucks so much. Man, you miss out on like a couple turns down bottom and then reforming up top again. It's always been the biggest problem I've had with Fade, is having her be low burnout, but not on the bottom floor when the boss comes in. Like, so she lasts 4 turns, great, but boss has 6 stealth. At least we're going to get a lot of, and what's worse is, it's like, the damage shield will go in here, which doesn't matter because, she'll burn out before it. And he's going to run out of fuel. So we will do a chunk of damage. It's just not enough. Yeah, I think it's necessary though, Gru, but it does suck. Oh, there's a sacrifice, so that can help us. Like in situations like that, that helps us a lot. I think we have to go to do stuff to it at the risk of not taking health. The holdover is one thing, permafrost is the other thing we want to do. I want holdover on molded probably. Let's blink those out. And we're looking at 2 permafrost, which means I almost want to put a -1 on the spike, but I can put a -1 on a spike at another stage. Yeah, the Search Stone's also a heal. It's great, hey. Herzal really isn't doing much. It has done something a couple times, but I think the turns that it's preventing us from drawing other things, like it's not making up for it in that. So Incant's kind of okay. Hellborn Harvest can be a pain here. Holdover Perils duped is nice. Depends what you're going for. I mean, there's definitely times where it can be. But I don't know about here. It's really good that we're killing the heavy in front. I think we throw this, right? Let's see what the next wave is. It might mean we chase after the 590 and 292s next. If we come back at 6, we kill 2 of those, so we probably should plink here. That way we can stay on the bottom floor if we need to, or we can move if we want to. If he goes bottom though, we get a pin, that's fine. It basically means we can stay bottom floor, and it doesn't matter that this is a harvest run, we get to kill 2 units here. And we've got our holdover card. And I think we should be thinking this. Because now we killed both of those, so we've got a clear floor. I could have... And we're not going to need that anymore because we've got our holdover, so we just take it for the heal. He's sweeping it. What a jerk. I'll have to bring that back to life and feed them to Kevin. Hey Ramses, how hard is Covenant 25? Your mileage may vary. It's super punishing for making a mistake, but simple enough to win if you can play without making mistakes and develop a good strategy. As far as the judging the run based on the picks that are presented to you, if you try to go in with a set plan, you're probably going to fail. But quite easy to throw. A single misplay can end a run for you. But a lot of it more so is going to come down to your ability and experience with games like this. I think so, Winged Orpheus. For the vast majority of people, by the time you get there, you probably do alright when you do get there. Unless you only win by... The downside is, and people that this happens to, it happens to in most games like this. If you only win by lucking into the most powerful of combinations early, then you're going to struggle them kind of no matter, once you get beyond your capability covenant anyway. And you're only going to continue to win with certain combinations because that's the only strategy you know. But if you can keep an open mind from run to run and make different choices that are appropriate, you can do really well. Let's throw this. Top floor days can hold you up, Leprechaun, yeah, totally. That can take a while to get used to. Oh, this is really good. This is perfect timing. I was worried what was going to happen here. Okay, sure. Wonder why when there's only one option, it brings it up for you. I think that one should be changed to be like primitive mold when there's only one, it just puts it in. Good job, Steve. You did it, mate. You did it. What did we get her up to? That's decent. That's getting close to killing a Gilded Wing. Which is the goal, right? That 190 spike damage. Did Kevin do anything? I think he bopped some of the early enemies. I think this would be really good here if it was an X cost increased burnout for later. Although that hasn't been an issue because Cannibalize is taking care of that. I think we can skip there. And it's just draw again, right? It's just draw again. Like, that just gets us into our key cards much quicker. Better. And I think we just go store. Magic store and what would we remove if we removed anything? If I can't get the ups for Plink, you could almost get rid of the primitives now. Because we're drawing 7 a turn and we've got 22, I think we could get rid of the primitives now. The perma on Wax Spike, it's only one burnout, no matter how much energy you have though. I don't want to science it, and this isn't the best run to do it. The Shade Wings would be the best run to do this in. Whether Little Fade gets the Slay off Exploding Candle. Yeah, that's why it's trashed here as far as the spikes go. Like, and not just compared to other spikes, compared to other cards. Oh, she doesn't? Okay. I didn't think she would, but it would have been a nice little bonus, right? What I just said though was probably wrong, if I think about it. I said I don't want to take this science it because, you know, if she doesn't get the slays off Shade Wings, we don't have any Shade Wings, so that wasn't the wrong part though. I think not taking this because you're going to miss out on slays on Shade Wings is bad. Killing a Shade Wing when you do return damage and die to the front Gilded Wing and killing off those 2 Shade Wings is really valuable. If you're scrounging for those slays because you just haven't got them in the Seraphite that you think you need to kill the Shade Wings, I don't think killing the slaying into the Shade Wings is how you're going to make the run stronger. I think you're just chasing those kills and it's going to hold you back. So the Exploding Candle will at least keep the lanes clear for a while, and let your top floor start settling down. However, we don't have that issue on this fight. Unless we get it in Circle 7. I don't think I'm taking the extra spell slot though, and I don't really want I don't think we have the need for the 25 gold. The downside to it is it could take some slays off us that we can get in Circle 7 to try and push up. But I think it's better to have it and sort of, because we should get up over the the Pyre Wing problem. Unconsume and hold over on a spike. No. No, that's because of the -1 on the unconsume. It's pretty rough. I mean, you could take the casing to then -1, but that's a lot of investment, and you have to get it at the right time. I think we're good to remove the primitive molds here. Actually, let's check the store first. Like, that's a heal and a out of my deck, right? We don't want to double stack. We're going to take... Very likely we take the Merchant of Magic because we don't need steel and we're not going to need gold. So we get like another chance at that as well, and we get to dupe a really strong card, and there's just nothing to double stack. Literally nothing. So we're looking for a Permafrost. Like, Permafrost on a spike is okay. Permafrost on the Cannibalize is perfect because then we can play it whenever we want. Permafrost and Holdover on the Cannibalize would be amazing because you just do that every turn and you get a fresh little fade. and just clear everything and ramp up burnout as well as health. It's just whether we want to give up a -1 right now. So putting a -1 on Shroud Spike is pretty good. I don't think we need to. We get 2 -1s next turn, next floor. If I cannibalize Fade, I'll be losing Slays. Oh, that's fine for final fight. I just went over that. Losing the backline Slays for Little Fade against Seraph, you need to be in a bad situation to want to get those. And so I think using the Cannibalize just to ramp her health up and get the burnout up is probably going to help you more than those Slays will. So that way you go into the you go up against Seraph with maybe 60 plus hit points, and you get a lot of damage, and you go straight into the bottom floor against Seraph. I've got fights. I've got one fight. Yeah. And we don't have to do the Cannibalize play every turn on the next fight. I think it's more for Seraph. I'm not going to take this -1. Oh, that's... Okay, that's a start. So that means when we use it, we get it back, which is good. So worst case scenario, we just roll that if we have to. There's another heal for us if we need it. And then we take the -1. So since we can only get 1 permafreeze, and I would want it on that, so that way if we don't want to play it, we don't lose it. We put a -1 on the Shroud Spike. It's not as good as a permafreeze in playing this at the best time, but it gives us a pretty good spike when we get it anyway. And like I said, because of our draw, I think we're going to be getting rid of these as well. We don't want to be seeing primitive molds all the way through, so we can get rid of these. We're going to have a very lean deck if we have a look at it. Like Little Fades, minion, 1 card, 2 dead weights. Got the 3 moldeds. We could have potentially put a holdover on another molded, but I don't think we need to. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gone. 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cards, and we're drawing 7. Yeah, we'll also have a free morsel if we really want to. That's a good point. So we don't even have to hold it over. We can just use it on a morsel every time. Or we don't have to permafreeze it. That's okay. So what do we need? Like, ideally 11 kills, 12. And the first stage is getting over the Pyre Wing. I'm not going to take this. Do I care? That's the thing. Do we care? I would like to spend the gold. Why is there a 2 out of 2 on the draw crystal? It's a bug. It's been like that since the new patch kicked in. It's the Penitent. The first thing to do is to see if there's any... like, what's the downside? Like, if we can get through, then there's no point not taking. Yeah, so the thing is, if we don't have a thing for the gold, but we do have a use for the gold, and it's kind of middling importance. Hey Solid, how you doing, man? The Penitent's probably one of the worst fights for us to take this on, though, because there's 4 Steel Wings. So if we don't get the return hit from Fade, which we should, like the Pyre takes a bit of a chunk. No, I think it'd be a tough loss due to spikes, but something bad could happen. I'd rather just not get bad. Would have been better if we'd killed that off, but I'm okay with it, I guess. Let's just play that for health. And at least gives us the first kill there. So the next 4 waves are all like this. It's pretty rough. What we can do now is we don't even need to use the holdover. So instead of like hurting our draw, we play it for 0 though, instead of taking the purge. But we could play the consume. I'm gonna come back as a she has to go there. Kind of want that. No, she dies. Okay, cool. It's not this. Hey, Salty, how you doing? This is the issue, is we don't get that kill. So we can plink and take that out, and then we do get both kills, and we don't die. Well, that happens, and we're like, well, we do that. That's probably worse. Think it through, Panz. I did not expect to see that. Look at that. Too many reforms? No, not enough reforms, Ramsey. We want reforms. I didn't play the holdover one because I didn't want to stymie my draw, but I wasn't expecting to absolutely split my draw. I mean, we should be fine. We can kill this. We can bring Plink. We can bring her back. Oh, we don't need it. She's there. She's not even dead. Don't worry. Never mind. Does mean I can't bring her back though. Let's just do that. At least this way I kill the backliner, I guess. How close are we here? 165 spikes, so we don't quite kill that, which is a bit of a pain, hey? I think that's reasonable though. No, Panz, use the one that's gonna choose the one that you want. There we go, that looks better. And that's happening because she's getting to attack, right? Whereas if I don't get her to attack, that doesn't happen. So I probably should let her attack. I mean, it'd still be pretty good without it. That should be fine. Probably could have killed that off. I'll make it, it's fine. Although it would let me put more morsels. Huh. I guess it's better than what I thought was going to happen when I screwed up. I burn out morsel top. We've done a little bit extra down. No, they get eaten, so it doesn't quite do the same thing. Okay, this is good. I should have done the random one first. There would have been a higher chance of drawing into one of those. Here you go, Kevin. Kevin. Yeah, I agree. That's it. That's the answer, right? Hey, Dog Barker. Me too. Me too. I gained pi hit points. Did I? Did I? Oh man, I screwed up. We should have been on more then. Resin removal's good to attack from top. I don't know, if I was going to do something, if I was going to get a card, I would have liked Wickless Recruitment. I just don't want another card sort of floating around that we don't play until late. No. No. Man, is damage shield just GG? That stealth is good for final wave. We've got burnout and spikes, and the spikes are doing the most damage. So it's a nice bonus, like it's a nice bonus too here and there. But if you're not playing a stealth game, the two stacks of stealth, the card's just going to get in the way for the rest of the fight. Especially against one of the Seraph, like this Seraph's hitting 3 times. So we want Seraph to hit us because that's 181 damage every time he hits us. You know, the 2 stealth just gives us 185 attack twice. Yeah, the damage shield's really interesting, hey? The only downside to that is that unless we get a Lightwing on the bottom floor, we don't die on turn 1. I mean, we don't have to play the damage shield on Little Fade turn 1, but then afterwards we can start playing Little Fade or a Morsel first to see who wants the damage shield. I think that's a pick. I don't think we worry about Hellbong. I don't even want to remove consume on anything. We just re-roll this? Are we just re-rolling this? Just make one of the plinks cost 0 so I can throw it. I mean, I don't think we want the extra morsels. I don't want them floating around because they're just going to be extra morsels that we have to deal with in our hand. And Fade's not going to be able to eat them all the time. Let's just hit a blink. See if we can get thing for that one. Nope. I don't think it matters. So it's the dupe. Stupid spike. We run a small risk of not getting one on turn 2. But then after that, once we've played everything out, it just sort of means we get the Cannibalize sooner. Yeah, fine. 19 cards, a 7-card draw. Once the priorities go, it's going to happen pretty quick. Okay. At least we didn't tank on in the early circles. T, you stretching your legs now, Teed? You do you, man. I'm just gonna take that. That's just a wave clear right there. Right, so I don't care if we... Oh, we get the slays as well. We get all the slays as well because of the damage shield. That's what it sounded like, man. I'm just going to throw the cards. We didn't even need to use the crown there. We could have put it on Kevin. And just let the burnout get her. I should have crowned her. I completely forgot about crown already. Panz. It's okay. I'm totally okay with that, because it means we just chonk Seraph straight away. And we'll let these guys die, and we'll bring them back and feed them. See ya. No Ember Drain if you kill the Firewing with spikes is great. Okay, oh my god. Please be good. Both teams played hard. We just need to ramp the burnout now, right? Oh, I could have done it on more, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Probably does matter. Yeah, they stay when you're a former. Not the, like, that's why I went for a health one, because it raised the health. If you go for, like, a lifesteal, they don't stay. Actually, no, lifesteal on Kevin's probably fine. And the damage shield won't stay either. The cleanse is hitting our spikes pretty hard though. However, the rebirth is bringing them back. So even though the candle's killing the backline, it does mean that, or the cannibalize with the candles, it means that we can get full spikes back, get 2 slays when they attack, and then hit into Seraph. Which is proving to be pretty strong. And then reforming the morsels that have been previously slayed by that idiot means that, or his previous idiot, means he can't kill those ones and we can eat them. Also, the cleanse reform is giving us an extra stack of burnout, and because we were able to get that energy and then health spike, it means we'll have the health to go with the burnout against Seraph, which is really cool. Man, the resin block would have been looking okay right now, but it doesn't matter. Well, it might be worth not reforming next turn. Which means put a morsel out front to tank that. Just because of the amount of damage shields we just picked up just then. And since we can get a kill on that one... no, we can't. So we actually have to take the hit because that one doesn't. That's fine. We probably could, and then just let it go up to Kevin. That's probably better. I think the 3 damage shield here is... Oh, look, it's a... It is what it is. Wow. Seraph. Stop hitting yourself. Can we do it without taking damage? Eight. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Pretty sure spikes have always done damage to damage shield because it's not revenge. They changed revenge to trigger on a death blow on one of the patches. I think that was when the first major patch. So if Shark got one shot, like let's say taken damage already during the fight and then gets one shot, at least he gets one tick of revenge off. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how close it would have been if it wasn't for that double spike. I mean, what did we get from that? There was like a spike for 10. So it was 50 health. I'm thinking it didn't matter because we didn't drop below that much health for most of the fight after that. It was fun to play it, but I don't think we needed it. And the last fight was... Yeah, like that's the thing. Even if we didn't do well... I think what it did, though, is it meant that we would have died differently early game. It meant that we didn't have to worry about moving up to the second floor at all and then maybe coming back down. So it gave us that ability to clear the waves on the bottom floor. But I think we would have been doing that anyway because of Cannibalize. Either way, Oh. Wow. What a weekend. There have been some fun wins, though. Real fun.